Bharat Mobility second edition was just held in January, and with the advent of EVs and new innovations, we are gonna be the leading in the exports of engineering goods. And today we have Mr. Pankaj Chadha from the Engineering Exports Promotion Council (EEPC), the coordinating body for the Bharat Mobility. Thank you for joining us, sir. Sir, my first question would be, Bharat Mobility's second edition had 3 venues. What is the reason behind that?
Because we were looking for at least 200,000 square meters, 2 lakh square meters, and that was not available in one venue. So we had to hire 3 venues. We have 5 shows in Bharat Mandapam. We have the auto show, the battery show, the tire show, the cycle show, and the steel show. And we have the auto component show in Yashobhimi, and we have the construction equipment and the urban mobility show in IEML. So therefore, for 2 lakh square meters, there was no other option but to have all the 3 venues.
Right. So we have seen good growth in the exports of engineering goods. I think FY24 was $109 billion, and even the second half of FY25 we saw 5% growth. How do you see the exports of engineering goods going further?
We are looking at not 5 but 10%. We are actually at 9.2% growth April to November, and we hope to get 10% at least, and we are looking at a target of $125 billion for year ending March 25.
So how much is the automotive part playing in the exports?
The automotive part has now become our biggest export sector. It happens to be $20 billion out of $125 billion. It's the number 1 sector at this point. Steel has now moved to number 2 spot at $19 billion.
Wow. So seeing the global scenarios changing with too many wars, which are not projecting to be, we can't see them getting over soon. How will India move with it as an engineering goods exports opportunity?
Well, we are having good opportunity. I mean, let's look at the Ukraine-Russia war. It's been a good opportunity because nobody wants to sell to Russia. So we are selling to Russia. Our exports to Russia have gone up 5-fold. And all I can say is that we have to make the most of the opportunities we get. And hopefully we will make, also when the war ends, which it should, we'll try and sell as part of the reconstruction of Ukraine also. We should be there.
So what is your view on China Plus One strategy and localization in India?
China Plus One has definitely benefited us. I would say the world was treated shabbily by China during COVID. So the world now has sort of woken up to the fact that they cannot just depend only on China. So they are having a policy of, and India has come in a big way. So a lot of places, India is getting definitely a part of the order. If we stay on course, we'll get a bigger part of the order. So I think it's been quite a good boon for us, I would say.
So with the introduction of and the progress that we have made with renewable energy solutions, how are exports playing part in that?
Well, now Europe has put CBAM. Now, because of the European CBAM, we also have to make sure that our carbon footprint is lesser. So all our MSMEs at least are looking at putting up rooftop solar to reduce their carbon footprint. That way, all of us are sort of doing our bit. Even in the transport sector, there is a lot of electric vehicles. There's even in the construction sector, I saw now hydrogen as an important factor. Even there is a electric construction equipment which I have never heard of, but it's there. So I think it's happening, and India is doing their part, trying to reduce the carbon footprint in the world.
So what are the challenges in auto component sector when it comes to manufacturing and as well as exporting them?
See, the auto component sector will have to now move in times with the electric vehicle policy. if the electric vehicle policy progresses, then the the auto component sector will have to move in tandem with them. The components will change because in an electric vehicle, the components what were used in IC engine is not going to be there. So they have to move in times. They have to progress, and I think an auto component sector is doing fairly well on that. They are. When I visited Yashubhumi yesterday, they we had a lot of auto component makers who were uh, had new parts purely for electric vehicles. So I think they are in time. They're doing a good job. They should suit and change with the times.
So the government has set a target of achieving 300 billion USD worth of exports of engineering goods by 2030. How achievable is that, and what will lead to this massive achievement?
See, currently we are at 28%, right? When they put a target of 300 billion, they had a target of 1 trillion for goods export, merchandise export, which means we have to grow from 28 to 30%. Well achievable. 2030, we should be 300 billion.
So what can we expect in the next edition of Bharat Mobility?
Well, we can expect a bigger Bharat mobility, which means the sector which did not come in this time, which was the agricultural sector, the tractors, the agricultural equipments, they were not there. Farm equipments, which form a very important part because
Right.
agriculture is a very important part of India's economy. So I think next year we should have those, and that would definitely give it a strong rural touch also to the Bharat mobility. We are hoping to get that in the next edition.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you,
My
Doctor, for
pleasure.
Autocar Professional. Sir.
Thank you.